But that damn Melissa, you done went too far. I stayed my ass away from around you when I was in my mess. That's why you were pissed, because I was never around. You know, like, we go do a show, and we come back from the show on Sundays. I'm gone for a day or two. You know what I'm saying? Like, but then at the same time, man, shit, I ain't ashamed of nothing I did. You know, because I spent my own money. I ain't spent nobody else's money, and everybody got paid. And when nobody else, hey man, where my goddamn money at and all that, that wasn't going on. You feel me? So I always stood on business, what I'm trying to say. So, she lied to folks like we didn't have food. We didn't have money. She was telling this one lady that this lady told me she had a cash out history of $10,000 she done sent this woman. Cause she was telling them, grandma ain't got nothing to eat. My grandma sits on her money. My grandma keep money. My grandma got land. My grandma got, her own thing. But she was telling them, my grandma ain't even got no damn money. Ain't got nothing to eat. This lady was sitting up there sending the money. And everybody know, Michael, you out of here, cuz. Hey, I ain't got time for you. But anyway, I was like, man, we always been straight. We ain't need no money. We weren't even asking nobody for no money. That didn't happen till the end of the last year of the relationship, which was 2.5 years ago. That's when that came out, with asking for GoFundMe money. And a lot of people be talking about the GoFundMe money. He fucked up them folks' money and all this. When you make a donation to someone, that's just like me, if I was to donate something, I'm not going back to check with them folks to see what the they spent money on and all this and what they doing and what somebody told me about their life. All I know is I support them because of a reason, because he's got them delivering comedy and it makes me laugh and I like it. So when I sin, that's his. If he go up there and give it to the devil, that's his business. He got to deal with that in God. God, I'm good with God. That's how I think. You feel me? But you got a lot of folks come up here and address this shit and ain't sent nothing. They ain't never sent shit. And I don't think you have a chance to even talk. You shouldn't even have to talk. You shouldn't say shit because everything you gonna come up with is fabricated. Because you ain't said shit. And everybody listen to this woman because you feel, in your eyes, you felt like she's what? Respectable. She's, at that time, you feel like she was somebody. Nah, I was the one running the business. I was the one running everything. So just like when we were supposed to be getting back together to do videos, not getting back together, going together, just to do video. You know why it didn't happen? Because he told me straight out, like, it gonna have to go her way. And I said, your way? What you mean? She said, I'm gonna run it. I said, you ain't never put $22,000 in my pocket at one time. You're not running no more. You can have it. Maybe we'll check back probably about 2 years. That's what I said, about a year or two. Thanks for the stars, 920 stars. Appreciate that. She was like, well, all right. I said, okay. Next thing I know, me and New Boo started back doing videos together. And she started marking the videos, having people call her like, you seen, I saw Terrence, someone. Yeah, God told you he gonna get everything he did to me. You always talking about some damn folks getting what they did to you. Like you the only motherfucker around here or something. Everybody doing just you wrong. You going around and fabricating lies, bro. When you was around these realists, you was fabricating lies around them folks. That's why he don't want to work with you. That man said you come up there and you beg for them damn videos. And you fucked around and talked about me. It wasn't the point that you talked about me. It was the point that you talked about me too long to him. You know what I'm saying? And he felt the dirtiness off of it. And he was like, I'm good. I ain't with that. Because anybody with a normal mind, normal person would say, oh, okay, he did this, whatever, boom. But you up there, goddamn, just own it. They said you was up there owning that man, just wanted him to go up there and say something about him. That's what you wanted. That's wrong as hell. I would have never done you like that. They said you tried to contact Country Wayne because me and Country Wayne ain't got no affiliation with each other. I was just on one of his shows. You know what I'm saying? And I did good. So that's where I got my recognition from, with that. You wanted that man to go up there and say something bad about it. He told you, no, man, Melissa, I don't do that. Several people, comedians, that you wanted to go up there and talk down on my name. Several fans, you wanted to go up there and talk down on my name. Just because you're pissed off at somebody. You don't do that, man. You don't get other people involved. I'm glad those folks had some sense. Because you don't get other folks involved just because you pissed off at me. You know what I'm saying? It don't roll like that. But that's the way you took it. And you got your daughter, all of them up there online, coming at me on yes, bagging you up on that you said about me. So I come out and confess to it. Okay, yeah. Y'all with it. But when you start saying all these little details that go with that just because it's the drug, that's when I step in and say, oh, hell no. I'm owning up to mine. Now you said, because see, when you came out with the story, when you came out and did that video, I didn't say nothing for 2 weeks. So everybody love you now. Everybody oh, they supporting you. So when you ain't had nothing else to tell, you started fabricating just because of the drug itself. Like, say for instance, like the drug paraphernalia. If I was at the house and I wasn't finna go nowhere, I left it in an old truck at our house. It was parked at our house. Avalanche, a white Avalanche. That I fucked the motor up from going to all these motherfucking shows everywhere in my and you don't want to drive your truck. Let's just drive your truck. We been driving your truck. I said, man, drive your goddamn now. And then the engine ended up going out in the twice to Texas, 3 times to Virginia. My all over the place. And you're sitting at the house like this. And you got an Infiniti. You got a more expensive truck. More quality truck. But it is what it is. That's what you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to do everything, you know what I'm saying? When the show that put that in that window seal, you got that at the truck and staged it. And then you're because see, I'm going to tell you something. People pay attention to what you say. I'm going to tell you something now. The other night you got up there and said, oh, he ain't never did nothing in that truck. Did nothing in the house. He ain't never smoked that stuff in his house. I said, whoa, there you go. Then you gonna come back. Oh, but my you know it. That's why you mention it. You know I would never even disrespect you like that. You ain't never seen me with no prayer for nay. You went searching for something and found. You ain't never seen me get high. None of that. That's just the truth. But you got it up here. You damn near got it up here like I done almost unalived you or something. Talking down on me, man. You stumping me in the ground on my name. You don't want me to do show because you already know. I know how to get the money. You know that. That's what you're trying to stop. It ain't about, well, shows, yeah, because I get money off shows. Them shows and this platform, you don't want a nigga like me to have it. But you know I'm going to push you. And I done got new boo on this too. And me and her connecting. For real now, it's over.